The Chicken, the Hawk, and the Missing Needle. A story adapted from Alexander McCall Smith's Folktales from Africa, brought to you by the Reading Parrot. It is possible that you would find it difficult to believe this, but Chicken and Hawk used to be excellent friends. They were observed conversing with one another while sitting on the ground and exchanging food. And if somebody were to be impolite to Chicken or call her names, Hawk would quickly correct them and make them apologize to Chicken. And in the event that Hawk became too exhausted to continue hunting, Chicken would bring her food from her own supply and deposit it at her feet. It was a wonderful friendship to have. The Chicken was talented with the art of sewing, but due to a lack of financial resources, she only had access to one needle. She used this needle to sew garments for her family, including a lovely red jacket for her husband. Also, she sewed clothes for children. She even sewed clothes for other people who paid her for her services, even though they couldn't pay her very much. She put this money towards purchasing food for her young birds, who were constantly hungry as a natural part of their development and needed to be fed to maintain their strength. One day, Chicken misplaced her needle. It was there just a second ago, but it is nowhere to be found now. When she looked around, she noticed a considerable amount of dirt, sand, and other large particles that would be enough to bury a needle. She was in a terrible mood. If she did not have that needle, she would be unable to sew any clothes, preventing her from earning money to provide for her family's nutritional needs. One of her children inquired, "What are we to do?" in response to the situation. "Since you have misplaced the needle, we will all likely die of starvation. It is a terrible shame." Hawk was informed that her friend had misplaced her needle. She visited her and told her, "I have a needle. I'll gladly lend it to you if you need it. I do not like to see my friend so sad." The Chicken felt a great sense of relief. She praised Hawk by saying, "You're a perfect friend. From this point on, I'll be able to support my loved ones financially. To have a friend like you is a blessing in my life." Hawk handed the needle to Chicken, and she picked off where she left off. She stitched a new pair of trousers for her husband and some other items which she told to people who passed by while she was standing at the side of the road. She had a massive smile on her face. The following morning, however, she saw that the needle was not in its customary location. This discovery surprised her. She began to hunt for it, but she could not locate it everywhere she looked. And when Hawk came to see her that morning and asked where the needle was, Chicken was forced to admit that she had misplaced it and couldn't find it. Hawk told her, "I lent you that needle on the condition that you would return it back to me when I had to do my own sewing. If you cannot locate it, you will be punished for having your young children eaten by me." And with that terrible threat, Hawk flew away, leaving behind her friend, who was in a great state of panic, scampering around, clawing here and there and everywhere in the dusty soil, searching for that missing needle. She looked everywhere, but to no avail. She dug her claws deeper and deeper into the earth, but her efforts were in vain, as they resulted in only tiny formations of dust. She realized at this point that her children were in danger, since Hawk was flying high in the sky and circling all over the country, and her shadow looked like a moving hand of doom that was black in color. When Chicken saw this shadow, she would immediately start running to her children in order to gather them up and take them to safety. And every time she took a drink, Chicken would put the water in her mouth as rapidly as she could, and then peek up into the sky to see if the Hawk was on his way. Due to this development, two long-term friends have severed their friendship with one another. Chicken continues to scratch the ground in an effort to locate Hawk's needle, and Hawk continues to circle the sky in an attempt to find Chicken's youngsters, who are situated on the ground below. It will continue like this until the needle is found, which is something that many people question will ever happen, because a needle is a relatively minor thing. On the other hand, for Hawk and Chicken, It is a significant event that is important enough to end the friendship permanently. If you have enjoyed my reading, kindly comment, like, share and subscribe to the Reading Parrot for more interesting folktales. Bye!